Good morning, everybody. Pete Blank here for this week's edition of Pete's Points. Today, a simple concept of on stage versus backstage. A leader is always on stage. I'm here at the IP Resort and Casino in Biloxi, Mississippi, in a huge theater, all right, which of course has a stage, one of the coolest podiums I've ever seen of a fire truck with flashing lights for a fire chief's conference. And there's the stage, and behind them is backstage. And when I used to work at Disney, the concept was when you're on stage in a theme park or a resort and you're dealing with the customers and providing customer service, you're always on stage. And you can always go backstage. That's where you can have lunch, and that's when you can let your guard down, and that's when you can be in the cafeteria and kind of sit back a little bit and not have to be as polished and as on as when you're on stage. But let me tell you this, as a leader, there is no backstage. As a leader, there is no backstage. You are always on stage because your employees are always watching you. How are you reacting to a situation? Are you picking up trash in the parking lot when you come in? Did you cut somebody off in traffic? Do you say one thing and do something else when you're out at the grocery store? They're watching you because you're on stage all the time. The customers, the guests are watching you to see how you react and how you follow through and how you provide service. So while the concept of on stage and backstage always worked at Disney from an operational point of view, from a leadership point of view, you all always have to remember there is no backstage. You're on 24/7. Does it stink sometimes? Absolutely. Absolutely. But always remember your employees are watching you, your customers are watching you. And as long as you're doing great things as a leader, that's not a problem. But just make sure that you have to, put things aside and reconnect yourself if you need to. But remember, they're always watching you. All right, we'll see you next time on Pete's Points.